My name is Megan Arnold.
And I'm Maddie Newby.
And we are from the South Putnam FFA chapter in Indiana.
Our category for this competition is Plant Systems Division 4.
So our project title was which type of worms produce better compost for gardens based on the pH. And so first off, I'd like to talk a little bit about the design of our project. We had two different species of worms. We had red wrigglers and European night crawlers. Both species, they were placed into separate containers. One container was taken to my home and the other was at Maddie's house. And so over the course of 2 months, which was how long our experiment lasted, we monitored the worms and they were given the same environmental conditions and constants and foodstuffs. And so at the end of those 2 months, we measured the pH of the compost produced by each species of worm.
First, let's talk about how and why this project was selected. We selected this project because we both have a shared interest in gardening and vermicomposting. Vermicomposting is composting with just added vermin in it, such as composting worms. We selected this because we both have gardens at our home and we wanted to implement the excess food that was produced and use that in a environmental friendly fertilizer for the plants.
So next I'd like to talk about the knowledge and skills that we gained over the course of this experiment. As you know, we had to do this project during the time of quarantine. So it was quite the challenge to learn the different technological skills that were required to complete this project together. And so since we were at separate houses, we learned how to Zoom call and email and text more effectively, and also how to use technology to record our findings. And we also learned a lot of research skills to start this project. Because we went into this with very limited knowledge, we had to expand that field of knowledge. And we also learned how to write a proper report.
We would first like to thank Megan's mom, Nancy Arnold, for her support in first getting this project finished and started on time. We'd also like to thank our FFA advisors, Ms. Keene, Ms. Lehman, and now Ms. Flanders for helping us learn how to write a report. Before we go into the conclusions of our experiment, the results from this was that the compost from the red wriggler worms produced a pH level of 7.5, and the compost from the European night crawlers produced a level of 8.0.
Based on these results, we were able to conclude that the red wrigglers having the lower pH would be better for garden plants. This is because garden plants like a range of 6.0 to 7.0. That's usually the sweet spot for nutrient absorption. So we decided to have the lower pH be the better one. Based on these findings, more research can be done in this field, and I believe that it can be applied to both home gardens and large-scale crop production.
We would like to thank you judges for taking the time out of your day to judge our competition. Without you, National Convention could not have happened otherwise.